Hey guys, it's Briar of Briarchats and welcome back to my channel. If you like honest opinions, trash talking, and look, there may be the occasional dad joke, stick around because I think we will get along. In today's video, we are going to, we need to talk about Ashley Leechin, aka No It's Ashley 13 on TikTok. If you didn't know, Ashley Leechin is a TikToker that has become quite notorious for impersonating, looking like, acting like, sounding like, being like Miss Taylor Allison Swift, and it has recently gotten her into a little bit of trouble, and it's all kind of come to a head, if you will. So in today's video, I thought we needed to talk about it. I've gathered you guys here today. I've come to the conclusion that we simply must talk about it, because for a while it was sort of like, yeah, okay, whatever, sure, fine, she wants to be Miss Taylor Allison Swift, I get it. But with more recent events of her going out and impersonating Miss Taylor Allison Swift Dr. Taylor Allison Swift, and just causing a lot of controversy, drumming up a lot of notoriety around herself, and kind of embracing and embodying or being notorious for being a disliked person for impersonating someone else. It's all bubbled over. The pot has bubbled over. It's come to a head, and that's why we simply must talk about it today. Everything that has happened is so crazy. I just feel like it's not something I can look the other way about anymore. And as a fellow Swiftie, I had to talk about it. So if you guys wanted to chat about who Ashley Leechin is, how she became popular on TikTok, past dramas, and now the most recent drama, as well as we love to on this channel, the bigger bestie chat, the bigger discussion, stick around and let's get into it. If there's one thing you guys need to know about me, it's that we always have to do a disclaimer. Yeah, it's true. This is giving me Mike's pause, because I don't like talking about people's appearances or things like that, because I don't think it's necessary a lot of the time. I think it's irrelevant. I never found you funny. I never found you entertaining. I don't think talking about people's appearances, for the most part, in most situations, ever adds to a conversation. I don't think that it usually ever adds. It never validates your opinion. It never makes your argument, opinions, discussions more valid. If anything, to me, it takes away from your discussion, because it looks like you're kind of just attacking them on who they are and what they look like. And to me, that is nasty behavior. However, I find myself in this situation here today in front of you guys, where we have to talk about her appearance, because it's a big part of the context. It's a big part of the situation. So I guess all of that to say, my disclaimer is, I will be talking about her appearance, but it's not derogatory. It's not talking down. I'm not inviting or initiating a conversation to talk badly about her appearance, or speculate about her as a person, or things we don't know about her as a person. Yeah, we are going to be talking about Ashley Leechin. Yeah, we are going to be discussing things that have been publicly demonstrated and actions that have publicly been demonstrated, but last I checked, I don't know her in real life. No, I don't. So I don't know her in real life. So this is just my opinions are based on what is public information, are based on the content that she puts out. But I do think, considering the fact she is a grown adult, you do have to be responsible for the actions and the person you portray yourself online as. So we're not doing it about someone random that doesn't post as a creator to make shmoney. This is a person that makes money, that is a creator, that posts and creates a persona about them online. So all of that said, all of that rambling to say, we're talking about what we know, and just because we're talking about her appearance, it's not derogatory. It's not to invite a conversation to talk negatively about her appearance. Okay, cool. I know you guys wouldn't, I know you guys are we get it, but if anyone's new and didn't get it, I feel like we always have to clarify the besties that get it, and I know you do. So let's just simply get into it. Let's start with the who. Not Horton Hears a Who, not the Who the band, but the who as in who is Ashley Leechin. Well, I'm so glad you guys asked. She is a TikTok creator, but she is also a nurse and a mum. She has a husband and kids, obviously, like duh, Briar. Duh! She is, I think, originally from Utah, but has moved to, what do they call it? The Big Smoke? La La Land, LA. She moved because she wants to be an actor. And I feel like that's where a lot of this TikTok and content creating stems from, is her dreams to be an actor. Online, Ashley is it's Ashley 13 on TikTok, and it's just Ashley 13 on Instagram. Now, her main or most popular platform is obviously TikTok, where she has 1.6 million followers, and on Instagram she has 81.5 thousand followers. So obviously she is a lot more popular on TikTok than Instagram. Don't worry, we will get into my thoughts on that. But for now, let's talk about her TikTok and what has made her so popular. Like, how did she get this many followers? Well, like, as we can literally see, it is because she looks, sounds, and acts like Dr. Taylor Allison Swift. On TikTok, like, this is not a original idea, this is not a new idea. There are other creators that dress up, look like, or act like other celebrities. There's ones that have done Ariana Grande, Kylie Jenner. Like, it's not a new idea. But I feel like there is a different vibe with It's Ashley. I feel like a lot of the other creators, and like, we'll get into this discussion more later, but I feel like a lot of the other creators use that as a way to grab attention, but then their other content is them being themselves. Whereas with It's Ashley 13, like, that's kind of the whole bit. Like, that's the beginning, middle, and end, is her acting, being, or doing something Taylor Swift related. So I thought we could watch, introduce you guys to the content. I thought we could watch a couple TikToks. Probably won't be able to use the sound, but you'll get the vibe, to show you what I mean. I'll stop talking and just show you guys. Okay, cool. So yes, in that video you can see she is literally dressing up and performing as Taylor Swift, but sure, Briar, that could be just one video. Let's watch a couple more, shall we?
So I'm going out to a party tonight, and I don't know if this is business casual. It's probably not. But I'm trying to figure out if I want to wear a purple lip, a red lip, or a pink lip. Let's see. All right, so this is pink. This is purple. Ooh. Okay. And this is red. Why is it always red? What do we think?
Now, I wanted to show you guys that video because I feel like people would be like, she's just having a chat. We're just helping her decide what lipstick color to wear. Well, for the other keen-eyed Swifties, it's not just the look, it's not just the haircut, it's not just the makeup, it's the mannerisms and the literal voice. It's as if she's embodied and taken on Taylor Swift's mannerisms, personality traits. It's so interesting and so strange, and we will don't worry guys, I have some videos later comparing and contrasting. I wanted to show you that because I think a lot of people are like, well, she does just chat, she does just make other random videos. It's strange to watch someone act like someone else, but as if it's just who they are, how they act in everyday life. But let's just watch a couple more TikToks to get a full vibe of her content. Now that one is a double wobble because, yep, I just made that saying up right now, double wobble, because we're using Enchanted as the background song. But again, for us Swifties in the know, Dr. Taylor Allison Swift loves Grey's Anatomy. It reminds me of that Kim Kardashian quote.
I got married in Italy.
Kim is comparing everything that Kourtney has copied. That's what I feel like I'm doing right now. I'm like,
am I saying you copied me?
Who did she have at her wedding? Andrea Bocelli. Who did I have at my wedding?
Andrea Bocelli.
This is what I feel like I'm doing, but it's relevant and important to build up to the current present day drama, yeah. But yes, so Dr. Taylor Allison Swift also loves Grey's Anatomy, hence her cat being called Meredith. Sure, lots of female white millennials love Grey's Anatomy. I get it, like it's not a unique personality trait, but I don't know. It's feeling a little bit like none of it was accidental. But let's move on to the next and final TikTok I wanted to show you guys.
Hey, baby.
Hey, love.
Did you know I got plastic surgery?
When the fuck did we have money for plastic surgery? We would have gotten a goddamn vacation before we got plastic surgery.
This is very true.
So that is her kind of, I guess, trying to address the rumors that she has gotten plastic surgery to look more like Taylor Swift. And I feel like the words plastic surgery will be very important because plastic surgery is not cosmetic surgery, it is not fillers, it is not Botox. And you can still change your appearance a lot with fillers and Botox. So I feel like there is an important reason why plastic surgery specifically was said. But yes, that is an idea of her content. I feel like, did I go on a tangent? Maybe. But I wanted you guys to get a vision. Like if you didn't know, now you know. You're welcome. Did I go on a tangent? No, it's completely necessary. I'm so sure of it. And I feel like she has been doing this for a while. Like this is not new. This is how she's been behaving and posting online for a while. She has been Taylor fishing at many different times. She has been going to the Eras tour, obviously very amping up her Taylor look. And I feel like for the most part, we've kind of just tried to ignore it. We've kind of tried to treat it as if it's like a child where we're like, if you don't give her attention, she'll learn not to do it. Like I feel like that is how a lot of people have approached the situation for a while. However, it all came to a head recently and the timing of it could not have been worse. So a week or so ago, Taylor Swift attended Jack Antonoff's wedding. This is important context because that incited a huge crowd and mobbing of where he and his wife were getting married. And obviously a big part of the crowd at that venue was because of Taylor Swift. Obviously there were lots of celebrities there, but it was just after her American leg of the tour and basically things went crazy. Now, at the same time, Ashley gets a bright idea. Her and another creator, they get a really hee-hee-ha-ha bright idea that they are gonna pull a silly little prank. A silly little hee-hee-ha-ha joke. Yes. Now, this other creator that she partnered up with is known as Vic in the Game, I believe it's pronounced, on TikTok and YouTube. And they are definitely a prank hee-hee-ha-ha channel. Like, this is not new for them, but this is definitely a next level for Ashley. And what they thought would be hee-hee-ha-ha to do is to dress Ashley up to the nines as Taylor Allison Swift and do a social experiment. Instead of me just explaining it to you, I thought, why not just watch the TikTok that they posted that subsequently went viral? And I'm not sure if I'll be able to play this with the audio because they do have I think it's a Olivia Rodrigo song in the background, but it does have subtitles, so we shall just see how we go. Now that video, as of the time I am recording, is not on his channel. Maybe because of the reception. Either way, this received a lot of attention. It went very viral online and not in a good way. Like people, especially because of what was happening at Jack Antonoff's wedding, people were not impressed. People did not think this was hee hee ha ha cutesy funny joke. People were like, what was that reason? Because a prank is not really a good enough reason to incite those types of crowds and make fun of a very serious situation. So I thought we should now just watch a few reaction videos to the situation before we watch Ashley's response to the situation.
I mean, I put all the glam and makeup on, you know, because that's what everybody wants to see now, of course. But no, me and my husband go out into the mall and I just wear a ball cap. It's pretty odd how my favorite number is 13 because my birthday falls on the 13th. And my favorite color is crimson red. So it's the bangs are here to stay for life. For those who have asked me, are you going to change your hair? Are you going to dye your hair? You obviously don't watch my content because I recently chopped all of my hair off. Oh my god, guys, so I just got done filming a promotional video for Aeropostale and I'm like about to leave the store and they're like, oh, you get a free gift, like you get a free outfit before you leave. And I'm like, oh my god, can you guess what outfit I chose?
And the thing is, it's not just her looking like Taylor. It's the mannerisms, it's the outfits, it's the way she talks and how she talks. She changed her voice to sound more like Taylor. Like, she obviously knew what she was doing. Come on. This is what she looked like before. This was like in the middle of her transition period, and this is her now. You can't tell me that she isn't deliberately trying.
So that is just one creator's reaction to the situation, and just also pointing out none of it was accidental. You know, it's not just like, oh, I just look like her and it just fell into my lap. It's a deliberate choice to act, look, and become like Taylor, and to then make fun of it in a joke for views and to potentially cause a very dangerous situation in public, and equally making fun of such a situation whilst a serious actual situation like that was happening at the same time.
We cannot be comparing Taylor Sheesh to Ashley. Swifties love and embrace Taylor Sheesh. She is an icon, she's a drag queen, she's a performer. And she's also putting on free shows in the Philippines because the Eras Tour isn't going there. That is literally queen behavior. Ashley, on the other hand, tries to dress like Taylor in real life and then denies it, even in situations when she's not doing a YouTube video collaboration. It's weirdo behavior. You cannot compare her to Taylor Sheesh or Elvis impersonator. We stan Taylor Sheesh, just to be clear. She's not walking around like this in real life. She's putting on a show. But Ashley and some of the Ariana Grande impersonators, have you seen them, by the way? I don't want to drag them into this, but the Ariana Grande impersonators are pretty wild. There's a few of them, but without naming names, some of them do the same thing as Ashley. They'll dress like Ariana, do the same type of makeup, same type of hair, and they'll even talk like her and then say, I don't get why people are comparing us. I'm my own person. It's just weird and bizarre. I saw someone in my comment section say this is the perfect example of single white female, and I 1000% agree. But Taylor Sheesh is a queen.
I feel like that video is important to add to the conversation because people like Ashley, and arguments that we will come up against is that, oh, but it's just for entertainment. How is it different to an Elvis impersonator or a drag queen? It's like, that is someone going and getting dressed up, putting on a show, and then living their lives as themselves. Ashley literally kind of gaslights us, being like, I don't get why people think I look like Taylor. Like, I don't get it. Like, constantly says, I don't see the resemblance, I don't think I look like her, this is just who I am. And it's not a show to her. Like, this is her real life, and just trying to palm it off as like, this is just how I am. Like, I don't know, it's just I guess that we just act the exact same, like silly and goofy, I don't know. Whereas it's like, no, you're not a performer. People are not getting something out of you being Taylor. You are getting attention out of being Taylor. And I just wanted to watch this last video from the Swiftologist because we love him so much on this channel. Like, we stand the Swiftologist, and I just wanted to play his video before we get into Ashley's response.
So after a long TikTok hiatus, I'm finally getting caught up on what my girl, Ashley Leechin, I call her the Wig because she is no better than Party City Taylor Swift Wig, to be honest, at impersonating her. So I'm just catching up on what I missed. And so she's upset now. She's very upset that everyone else is upset that she's been causing chaos in public. And I think this stems from the fact that she has finally decided to just come out and admit that she needs to do the lookalike gig to make some coin. To be fair, she has children, she has mouths to feed, but she says that while she's in LA, because she moved to LA to pursue acting, by the way, the girl who's famous for pretending to be Taylor Swift on TikTok is trying to get roles pretending to be someone else. But when you can't even pretend to be Taylor Swift that well, how are you gonna get a role? Anyway, I will be doing this as a second job because acting, as she's written it, is my priority, and this offers so much flexibility. This will help supplement my income. This is in no way, shape, or form meant to replace Taylor Swift, and I don't see the true resemblance, but the public does. So after creating a crowd in LA, she put this on her Instagram story. It was a headline saying that J-Lo used decoy brides to actually help her in a situation. Ashley says it was not a malicious act by any means, and I want everyone to know that words do not affect me. Girl, I would hope not, because there are a lot of them coming your way. Decoys have been hired multiple times by celebrities in the past, many more than just J-Lo and Ben. Thank you, celebrity expert. The massive amount of positivity I have received outweighs your negativity. Okay, this really shows you how far a fandom will go and the true possessiveness that some fandoms have over a celebrity. What possessiveness are you speaking of? You are the person that is trying to jack someone else's identity or be the Kmart version of them. Like, I don't think it's about being possessive. It's just about being honest. What are we doing here? What's the purpose? What's the mission of Ashley Leechin? Ms. Leechin, what is your goal? Your goal is to look like Taylor Swift. Your goal is not to receive positivity or be a decoy. Taylor Swift is not hiring you as a decoy. That's never, ever, ever going to happen. So, the best you can do is the little kids' birthday parties that you've been doing so far, meeting the little girls, having them scream and cry, and, leave the actual impersonation to someone else, or just don't do it at all, because it's getting weird.
I love how he's so eloquently sassy. But I think it's such a good point. Comparing yourself to a decoy, you weren't like helping Taylor not be seen at the wedding. Like that prank or whatever, or social experiment, whatever you want to call it, was for her own benefit and her own gain of getting more views and attention. It wasn't because you're helping Taylor out like those J-Lo decoys were helping J-Lo out. It's not anything to do with Taylor. It's about you and your platform and that other person's platform that you collaborated with. I also think, like, again, proof of her saying, I don't see the resemblance. When you're literally dressed up in her 22 outfit with red lipstick and filler and your haircut and everything to look more like Taylor, please don't treat us like we're dumb. Like, I feel like we're being treated as if we're dumb and naive and we can just be manipulated into thinking that, oh yeah, no, that's right. She doesn't think she looks like Taylor Swift. That's why she's literally turning it into a side hustle, is dressing up as Taylor Swift. Like, that's such a poor argument, and it's such an unnecessary argument. I feel like people would actually respect you a lot more if you just said, yeah, I think I look like her and I can amp myself up, I can glam myself up to look even more like her, and I want to do it because I love Taylor Swift and I love acting. Like, that would be fine. I don't think anyone would have a problem with it, but it's this constant need to lie and pretend and be so defensive about the situation. Like, if she was just honest, like, let's be honest. Let's just be real. Sure, people might not like it, but no one's going to be like, ugh. If you're just like, people want a Taylor Swift person at their party, I can glam myself to look like Taylor, I want to be an actor, I like acting. Like, that's not drama, but it's almost like adding more controversy and attention and views. It's like she's doing that through denying it. Like, denying it makes it more dramatic, adds more controversy instead of just being like, yeah, I look like her. Who wouldn't want to look like Taylor? It's just so bizarre. But anyway, we are now going to watch Miss Ashley Leechin's response. I don't know why I keep referring to everyone as a miss in this situation. I will be pausing throughout. I'll try not to too much. We'll see how we go.
Okay, guys, get ready without me. So what do? Do we talk about everything that happened yesterday? Probably. So I just wanted to kind of just touch briefly on that. I'm not really going to dive deep into it because honestly, you can't win on social media. But I do want to preface this by just saying that if you're one of the people in my comments like saying, you don't deserve to live, or you should be sued and all that stuff, like it doesn't bother me up here. Like, I'm mentally stable. I am a mom. I have 2 kids. I have a husband. I'm solid. I've been on social media for a while, so I've gotten a lot of hate. However, everyone knows what happened yesterday was a prank. I collaborated with a YouTuber. He's really great. His name is Vic in the Game. You can go follow him. He does this all the time. And pretty much, so one of the rumors was that I hired bodyguards and just walked around with them. No, all that behind the scenes stuff was with him. I didn't hire them. I collaborated with Vic. And so pretty much the social experiment was to live a day in the life of a celebrity, to see what would happen if I went out looking like Taylor Swift. And so from all the videos that you guys have seen, fans swarm. You know, this really goes to show how far a fandom will go. You don't even need to look like the celebrity. I mean, there are tons.
Again, it's like adding importance and like building up why she did it. It's not just that it was a hee hee ha ha prank anymore. It's a social experiment now. It's to see how far a fandom will go. It's almost to make fun of a fandom or point out the ridiculous of Swifties, point out the ridiculous of people being excited to see a celebrity in real life. But that was not the content that was created. I mean, maybe would have been if you didn't get the backlash, but I doubt it. Like, I really, really doubt that that would have ever been the content, would have ever been the message, would have ever been like, just think about how you treat celebrities. Like, just, no, you guys wanted hee hee ha ha clicks, hee hee ha ha likes, and hee hee ha ha engagements for your hee hee ha ha prank. Why are we pretending that you were making something deeper than it was? I don't get it. We'll continue.
Of celebrities out there that have hired decoys, just put a wig on, sunglasses, you know, and you're done. You think, you know.
Again, with the decoy argument, sorry to step in so quickly, but again with the decoy argument, you're not a decoy. Taylor wasn't there. How are you a decoy? Like, how is this comparable to being a decoy? You're not saving Taylor from a situation. You're not helping a celebrity. You're helping yourself to likes, clicks, and engagement.
The closer fans are to the decoy, the further away they are from the actual celebrity. It was a very positive experience. I feel like a lot of everyone online is kind of divided right now. I've gotten a ton of positive comments and I've gotten some negative feedback. I just feel like in this fandom alone, it's divided, and we all know that. You know, there's like,
I genuinely tried to look for positive. I'm not trying to be like, everyone hates you, but it's like, it's not divided. I mean, sure, it's not every single comment. The way she's portraying it as it's like people, it's 50-50, like flip a coin what side you're on. Like, no, the overwhelming reaction to this prank was negative. And most of them weren't even Swifties, to be honest. Like, most of them weren't Swifties. They were just users of the internet, people on social media, other like commentary accounts. Like, they weren't Swifties. Like, the Swiftologist is obviously a Swiftie, but not everyone was a Swiftie, and they weren't upset because they loved Taylor Swift that much. They were upset because it was a tone-deaf thing to do.
a clear line drawn. And a lot of you don't understand this, and I'm not going to explain it in detail, but there's a difference between a Taylor Swift fan. You can love her music, you can love her as a person, you can look up to her. And then there's Swifties. They are completely two different groups. Myself, I've never been a part of a group. I don't fit in with groups. They're very cliquish. Growing up, I was never a part of a group. I was always the outcast. And so trying to fit in with a fandom like this is very difficult, because if you don't fit their narrative, if you don't fit exactly what they want you to look like, to talk like, you know, they're not going to accept you. This video was not to be malicious.
You're confused? I'm fucking confused, bro. I don't understand. Like, I just don't understand where this is coming from. I think we can all agree that most fandoms, like, there's always going to be people that take it too far, that are too much, that aren't nice, that don't reflect the majority. But what she's talking about, I don't think is the overall consensus of being a Taylor Swift fan versus being a Swiftie. When I think about Swifties, I think about people making bajillions of friendship bracelets and trading them before the show, and making a really positive and safe experience for people to go to the show where it's a very massive crowd. And I don't think that there is a way to be, act, or behave to be a Swiftie. Like, maybe I'm out of the loop, guys. Like, maybe can someone put me in the loop, because I think I'm out of it. Otherwise, I think that she's just saying, like, I don't want to be like, you're just making stuff up, but it's like, I genuinely don't understand where this argument is coming from, because it's not reflective of what I or most people have seen or experienced with with Swifties, Taylor Swift fans, or people reacting to her on the internet. If anything, I would think that Swifties or fans of Taylor Swift have a problem with her because it's dishonest. It's not owning that you're trying to be, look, and act like Taylor Swift for views. It's the fact that you're like, I don't see the resemblance. I was just being a hee hee ha ha decoy. Like, just own it. I genuinely think that that is where a lot of the issues come from, is that it just feels so disingenuous when you're trying to pull the wool over our eyes as if it's not clear what you're doing, as if you've snuck one past us. Let's finish.
This was not to mock anyone. The timing was horrific with everything that was happening. And I don't follow Taylor's every move. So with everything that had happened, you know, I was definitely late finding out a lot of that stuff. So I do feel like within this fandom, there is a possessiveness over Taylor. There really is. And so I feel like that possessiveness can get dangerous. And it did show. It really did. I just wanted you guys to know exactly what happened. There was security. We were protected. We had the actual security of the venue, City Walk, Disneyland, and they helped us. And as soon as everything was calm, we were just like, it's just Ashley. It's okay. It's just a prank. And a good majority of them were like, oh, we know, we love you. And I was like, you guys are so kind, so sweet. So I had such a positive experience in person. And then of course online, you just get a whole different beast. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave off on this. If it were any other celebrity, say Selena Gomez, Bad Bunny, any other celebrity, it would be perfectly fine. People do this all the time. They do. They have YouTube channels. There's multiple people that do this all the time. There's gonna be people that don't like it, and then there's gonna be people that do like it. But yeah, I hope that cleared everything up.
I personally feel like that didn't clear anything up, but maybe that's just me. There was obviously no apology, accountability, hee hee ha ha, no thank you. Like, we're not going to apologize. Barely acknowledging the fact that what happened at Jack Antonoff's wedding, and I don't think that she knew that that was happening and planned it around that, but I do think like that happens a lot with Taylor, so it's not that unlikely that a situation like that would happen during the time that Taylor has off of tour. So I don't think that she planned it because she thought that that would happen at Jack's wedding or anything like that. Like, no. The fact that she didn't even really acknowledge that or acknowledge that that was why people had a big problem with the situation, because of how out of control that situation got, and because most Taylor Swift fans actually find those situations upsetting. Like, we don't want or like that people mob places where Taylor goes. Like, most Swifties don't. Most people don't. But when you think about the fact that Taylor, she did how many? Over 50 shows with around like 60,000 plus people going to each of those shows, or you think about how many people listen to her music, even if it's just 1%, that is still a large number of people. So it can be hard to imagine that that is a small part of the fans that think it's okay to mob places she's going to or act like that at Jack's wedding. But when we think about how big of a fandom, how big of a fan base Taylor has, it's a small group, but when you are as big as Taylor Swift, like, that is literally what is a small percent. That video, she said a whole lot of nothing. It was basically our fault for interpreting the situation wrong and not being able to take a joke. Like, it was kind of like, sorry you can't take a joke, sorry you can't accept that people make hee hee ha ha pranks all the time, but it's our fault for being upset, and she's not sorry. She didn't do anything wrong. It's perfectly fine. Like, she's Miss Perfectly Fine apparently. But yes, now that we've encompassed Ashley, the situation, the drama, the response, the reaction, I just wanted to, like, you know, have our final thoughts and opinions starting now. Like I kind of said before, I don't think you can just call something a social experiment and it just be so. There was not that much thought and time and effort put into the prank. Like, it was not to be what was that Kaylee Cuoco movie where she pretended to be fat? That was wild. 2000s movies were wild, by the way. But like, it wasn't even like, ooh, I have a hee hee ha ha hypothesis. She's trying to make it out like, ooh, we had a hypothesis that this would happen if we went out and pretended it was Taylor with security guards. And it's just like, no, it was a prank for views. Like, and I think this is the recurring issue with Ashley, is it's just like this constant denial of her true motivation motives and actions, which constantly makes her appear very disingenuous. I know there was a lot of big words from me, like, not to alarm anyone, I do know big words sometimes, but do you guys know what I mean? If she was just honest, sure, it's not that she would be the most liked person on TikTok. It's not that everyone would like her, but at least she would be being honest. At least she would be like, it was a bit. I could have never anticipated the Jack thing happening, and I'm really sorry that the timing was insensitive, and it made me realize that the prank itself was insensitive. Like, there's just such a lack of awareness, such a lack of honesty about her motives behind looking, acting, and being like Taylor Swift, and going out and doing stunts like this, going out and performing like her. Like, it's just very disingenuous, and it makes people not like you. Like, people, especially in the big old day and age, like in the big old year of the Eras tours, in the big old year of the Barbie movie, people are sick of disingenuous influencers and creators. Like, we're over at Brett Burrito. Like, we want people to just be honest, be themselves. Because there's not just that honesty and that acceptance of the situation, it just creates this disingenuousness that surrounds her and that makes her unlikable, that makes people not trust her or like her because she can't even be honest about things that are very blatant. And I think, like I said before, like throwback to when I was talking about her TikTok versus Instagram followers, not to be like shady on people's numbers, because like at the end of the day, it's just numbers, who cares? We can kind of anecdotally like just like take things away from when someone has such a big platform somewhere but not somewhere else. And I think with TikTok that often happens is when you are very clickbaity. You get the attention, but you don't keep people to stay because you never show them who you truly are, or you never add another depth or layer or level of substance to your content. And I think that's why, you know, she has over 1 million followers on TikTok, but not even 100,000 followers on Instagram. And I feel like that's kind of the ratio you would at least expect. And I know that it's pretty common for people to... Wait, let's have a look actually. I found an example. So Catherine Ebbs just hit 1 million followers on TikTok. She is at 1.1 million followers on TikTok. And she does hee hee ha ha skits, is the content that goes very viral, but she also shares about her life and does vlogs. And so, therefore, in conclusion, she has 222 cute angel numbers K followers on Instagram. Now that is kind of more of the ratio you would expect of someone that has 1 million followers on TikTok to have on Instagram if they post regularly on Instagram. And I feel like that is kind of the ratio you would expect, because TikTok, it's like if you're a creator on TikTok, that's just where you're going to have more followers on. But there will be that transition of followers to other platforms, especially when you are genuine and share things about yourself and add depth to your content. However, I feel like with Ashley, she has failed to add the genuineness and the depth to her content. And I think that's why people struggle to like her. People struggle to accept her at face value, accept her motives at face value, because it comes across not at all genuine. I actually was going to make a video about her earlier in the year when all that Grammys drama happened. TLDR, a company invited her to the Grammys, but it turned out to be a scam. And everyone was like, of course you won't be invited to the Grammys. You are a Taylor Swift impersonator. And she was like, no, I'm just a content creator. Like, I don't get it. I don't look like Taylor. And people were like, why would you be invited to the Grammys as someone that literally all you do is look and act like someone that will be at the Grammys? It was a big drama. It was a big mess, but it was kind of like it blew over. And I felt like at that point in time, I was just like, I just think I didn't want to give her or the situation attention. But I think it's just like months down the track, we haven't learned, we haven't grown, we haven't shown a depth or evolution in behavior. And if anything, like, this is just worse. Like, you are clearly showing you don't get it. And not only you don't get it, you're going to continue to behave this way, continue to pretend like you just coincidentally are exactly like Taylor Swift. It was all an accident. Sorry, not sorry. That's how you're going to continue. And I feel like that's why I wanted to make this video and chat with you guys, is just at the end of the day, this is a fully grown adult. Someone that has made adult enough decisions to get married, have children, become a nurse. That is someone that obviously sees themselves as an adult and makes adult decisions. So how come you can't be an adult about something as simple as just being online and being honest and actually just accepting and acknowledging the reasoning behind your behavior. There is sometimes a weird thing of being like, people who want to be content creators or people who post content want attention. There's always a degree of wanting attention because otherwise you wouldn't post it, like otherwise you wouldn't do it. But I think for most people there's more than that. They want to connect with people, they want to share and talk about ideas, share their lives, learn about other people's lives through that content and attention. And I feel like that's maybe what Ashley misses a lot of the time, is that she knows how to get the attention, but she doesn't know how to keep the attention. Because to keep the attention, you do what, like I said before, Catherine Ebbs did, where she does the funny skits, she shares the funny stories, she shares those life anecdotes, but then she also actually just genuinely talks to her audience. She genuinely shares with her audience, and she genuinely shares about herself with her audience. And it's that understanding of, wow, I got this really cool opportunity to have an audience and a platform. How do I build off that? How do I connect with those people? How do I actually create something bigger than myself? Whereas the content that Ashley posts, it's just very one-dimensional. It's just hee hee ha ha, I look like Taylor Swift. Like hee hee ha ha, I'm pretending to be Taylor Swift, but I'm not. It's just who I am. Like there's no depth, there's no connection with the audience, there's no genuineness. And I think that's why she struggles and will probably continue to struggle with the audience she has and the attention she gets, because it's not from an audience that knows her, it's from this constant need to go viral and to have videos that go viral, that videos that get hundreds of thousands of views, but doesn't translate to an audience that sticks around and likes you and builds a connection with you. But what do I know? But yes, guys, I feel like this video is going to be a bajillion, million, trillion years long. So sorry about that. Clearly I had a lot on my mind, but now I need to know what you guys think about the situation. Like I really need to know. Please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to know, like, please tell me your thoughts. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you have thoughts that I didn't think? I'm sure you have thoughts I didn't think. You guys always have thoughts I didn't think, that like such good thoughts. And I'm like, yes, of course. Why didn't I think of that? But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. If you stay till the end, you are a real one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to keep up with me between my uploads, I'm on TikTok and Instagram. And I'll link my vlog channel down below. But don't you worry, guys. I'm not funny there either. Bye!